How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And after the close win to the New York Giants, the talking heads have been talking non-stop about Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Some want to bash him like a Stephen A. Smith, but others may want to give his performance in the last two games a little bit more credit than that. On an episode of Scoop City Podcast, James Palmer, Diane Rossini, and Chase Daniel talk about week 2 of the NFL regular season, and it came time to mention the Dallas Cowboys. As they discussed the game against the New York Football Giants, Chase Daniel made a comment that some fans of the NFL might call delusional. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to the Scoop City Podcast as they talk about our QB1, Dak Prescott.
Let's go to maybe the most exciting game of the weekend, everyone, with the Cowboys and the Giants.
Easily the most exciting.
And Dak Prescott, Chase, like, he goes for 361. He's played well in 2 games now, and maybe what this offense can do has been overshadowed and what they were building in camp with the addition of George Pickens and Javonte Williams. How about that run the football? I think he went for 97.
Yeah, he's looked good.
He's looked really good. Is this a different offense than what maybe we were expecting, or is it all just we have a healthy Dak Prescott and we should have expected this?
Well, you see, Cowboys Nation, I'm going to go with the latter because we really should have expected this offense to be good. I mean, shoot, a lot of us Cowboys fans and Cowboys Nation predicted that this offense for the Dallas Cowboys were going to be off the hook. It was going to be the strength of this team. I know a lot of fans that say defense wins championships, but I believe it takes an elite offense to have a great defense. But jumping into the second clip, Chase Daniel gives his perspective on the Dallas Cowboys offense. So let's go ahead and take a listen to that so we can come back and talk about it. Roll the clip.
I don't think offensively anyone would have expected what the Dallas Cowboys have done through 2 games, because you go into Philly and almost win that game, right? And you look at just pure what Dak has put on tape this year. It's looked like 2 years ago where he was second in the MVP voting. And I will say this, like, I don't know if there is a quarterback in the NFL right now that is playing the position of quarterback better than Dak Prescott's playing. Look, the Cowboys aren't a good team. Like, I don't think they're a good team. Like, team-wise, defense is struggling. But if you tell me that you're going to have Dak Prescott playing at the level he's playing and the way he's graded out and what I've seen on film through 2 games, right? Josh Allen, sure, whatever. James, thanks for ruining my thunder. But Dak Prescott, dude, it's like he's healthy. He looks thinner, but like in a good way. He's really dialed in his diet. And then, like, I don't think it can be talked about enough as the addition of George Pickens, because the one-on-one balls outside, he's playing, I feel like, with a little bit more effort, and he's opening up the inside for CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson. And when I watch on tape, that's what I'm
I didn't know that I cut him off like that. Damn, my bad, Cowboys Nation. But damn, Chase Daniel, Dak Prescott is playing the quarterback position better than anybody in the league. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. As far as the typical quarterback archetype, I'd have to agree that Dak Prescott is being consistent throughout the first 2 weeks of the season. The beautiful part of the NFL, though, there's 15 more games to play during this season. So let's continue to allow Dak Prescott to put on a show for this offense, and hopefully the defense can do the same. But jumping into the third clip, James Palmer talks about Dak Prescott's confidence in his surgically repaired leg. So let's take a listen to that so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut.
really triggered something in me before the hamstring injury last year. I remember talking to people in Dallas who were like, after the ankle, like it took him a minute to feel very confident and have the confidence you're talking about, not inside the pocket, but outside the pocket. When he broke the pocket and moved, which he moves better than probably people give him credit for, he was, always had it in the back of his mind. That happens with a lot of players with injuries. And I think what you're seeing is a guy that's just very confident in his legs. You saw the hammy, he looked great scrambling down the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And so like he is playing with a whole boatload of confidence in a run game that has a really interesting scheme to it, I think, and they're going 4.8 yards a carry with Javonte Williams. It's not bad. It might be fun to watch, guys. It might be actually fun to watch Dak operate this offense.
I mean, let's keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. A lot of people had concerns with Dak Prescott's performance coming off that hamstring injury that sidelined him for the entire 2024 season. I mean, I know he went out during week 8, but it was the rest of the season, and it hurt for Cowboys Nation. But does he look confident in that surgically repaired leg? Let's go ahead and talk about it, all right? Y'all ready for this Raw and Uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys Fans Raw and Uncut.
Keeping it real, man. Keep it real. That's real.
Cowboys Nation, I get what Chase Daniel's trying to say. Dak Prescott is playing the quarterback position at a high level this year. After coming back for the QB1 role after that serious hamstring injury, people thought that there would be a little bit more hiccups in Dak Prescott's game, especially early in the season. But let's keep it a buck. We're only 2 games into the season, but what we've seen so far, Dak Prescott is the beast that a majority of Cowboys Nation thought he would be. There's been no drop-offs. There's been no regression. Dak Prescott looks to have a tremendous amount of confidence in that surgically repaired hamstring, and it's showing out on the field. As far as Dak Prescott playing the quarterback position to the best of his ability and the best in the NFL, I believe that Dak Prescott is displaying everything you want in a franchise quarterback. These last 2 games, Dak Prescott has been on point. He's been accurate, mobile, strong in the pocket, throwing with anticipation, reading and diagnosing defenses at a high level, escaping the pocket when he needs to, evading potential sacks with ease, throwing the football in highly contested areas on the field, completing passes in double coverage, getting his role players involved in the gameplay. I mean, I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is solely responsible for the New York Giants' victory and the Eagles' loss. What I am saying is that the Dallas Cowboys are trying to put together a beautiful orchestra, and they have a great conductor to build it around. But the thing about football is that you need all sides of the football to be clicking at the same time, Cowboys Nation. Your quarterback can be doing great. Your offense can be almost perfect. But if you have to go into a game knowing that it's going to be a shootout each and every time, that can be mentally frustrating to a team, especially an offense. And I know what some people are going to say. Well, you can't put it all on the defense, Angry. They got a couple stops during the game. So we can't expect our defense to get more than just a couple stops during the game, but we expect the offense to score every single possession. How does that work, Cowboys Nation? But we're going to go over to ESPN.com to look at each and every possession for the Dallas Cowboys. I bet you that the Dallas Cowboys offense rewarded the defense more than the defense rewarded the offense. But let's go take a look. All right, Cowboys Nation, we are over here on ESPN.com. We're going to be looking at the different quarters, the play-by-play on each quarter, so we can see who rewarded who as far as the offense and the defense is concerned. So, in the first quarter, the defense allowed 3 points. The offense wasn't able to capitalize. They had to punt. The defense allowed 3 points. The offense wasn't able to capitalize, so they had to punt. New York Giants punt. The offense was able to score 3 points. The New York Giants got a touchdown. The Dallas Cowboys offense got a touchdown. The New York Giants had to punt. Then that was the end of the half and no score. Then the offense threw an interception. It wasn't an interception if you look at the replay, but anyway, they threw an interception. Then the defense got a turnover on downs. The Dallas Cowboys offense rewarded them with a touchdown. They allowed the New York Giants to get a field goal. The Dallas Cowboys were able to combat that with a field goal of their own. Then the defense gave up a touchdown to the Giants. The Dallas Cowboys were able to come back and capitalize with a touchdown. Defense gave up another touchdown to the Giants. The Dallas Cowboys were able to get another touchdown. Then the defense gave up another touchdown to the New York Giants. Then the Cowboys were able to get a field goal to bring it into overtime. In overtime, the offense didn't do nothing. New York's offense didn't do nothing. Our offense didn't do nothing again. Then the defense got the interception to seal the game. The offense had to do 4 plays, but they got in the field goal range, and they were able to get it with Brendan Aubrey. So all I'm saying, Cowboys Nation, is that your offense can ball the hell out. They can do the damn thing the entire game. They can have 700 yards and 10 touchdowns. But if your defense can't stop a nosebleed, you better hope that you get the final possession during the game, because your defense can't be trusted to get a stop. And if you don't get the last possession of the game, you're going to end up losing the game. So Dak, continue to play your best football. It's only week 3, and these men on the defensive side of the ball need to get used to playing a completely different style of defense. Over the years, we've known these defensive backs to be great in man coverage and struggle in zone. Matt Eberflus came in, and now the team is playing more zone than anything. Instead of you trying to implement your scheme on the defense, how about you create a scheme around the defensive strength of your players, Eberflus? Because frankly, I'm getting tired of the talking heads always referring back to Micah Parsons and how the Dallas Cowboys miss Micah Parsons. If this defense needs to blitz more, then it needs to blitz more. Micah was a transitional talent. It may take some time to find another, so until that time comes, figure out how to be successful on all facets of the defense instead of just one. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you feel about what the guys over on Scoop City Podcast had to say? Do you agree or do you disagree with Chase Daniel's take on Dak Prescott? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and want to help the channel reach its current goal of 20,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and want to help cheer on our Dallas Cowboys for this year and beyond, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdowns, or Madden 26 or College Football 26 gameplay. You know, not every elite or great quarterback wins their team a Super Bowl championship, Cowboys Nation. Just because you're unable to do that doesn't mean that you suck at being a player. I have all the faith in the world that Dak Prescott has the talent and the mental toughness to help lead this damn team to a championship. The stars have to align though, Cowboys Nation, and that means more than just the star of your quarterback position. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.